So good morning everybody and welcome to day 19 of Choice Theory. I hope you're having a lovely week and enjoying learning about your total behaviours. For me, this is my favourite. I love how people behave in the world to meet their needs and what people will do when their needs are not being met, because every behaviour is purposeful. So there's always a purpose of how we behave. Like No Choice Baby Choice from Nora the other day. If you can remember, Baby Choice would cry to meet her needs. So she'd cry if she was hungry and needed her bottle. Then she'd have another cry if she had a stinky nappy and wanted her nappy changed. So her behaviour was to crying, and the purpose was she was hungry and she needed a clean nappy. So isn't Baby Choice real clever? And so are you. Our minds are amazing. Our mind is able to tell us when we're thinking, what we're thinking and what we're doing will show us how we're feeling and our physiology. So see, even that word physiology. How did you feel when you first heard it? For me, I totally didn't understand it. I remember being in college in a class and hear the teacher saying this word, and I felt a frustration coming up because I didn't understand what she was talking about. So do you remember when Una spoke about being creative and getting creative to meet our needs? I had to break down the words to understand how I could even pronounce it. So when I broke down the words, the first word would be fizz, and then E, and then ology. So after I done that, I was able to pronounce it, and because I was after breaking it down, I was able to spell it. And to learn what it means, I was able to think, well, fizz is all the bubbles. So when you think of all the bubbles coming up in you, that you're real happy, and then when the bubbles go back down, you feel sad and frustrated. So let me show you how I done it. So this is how I broke it down. Fizz, E, ology. So I got creative so I could understand it. And there's all your bubbles, so you're all feeling also happy, and I was feeling real happy when I worked this out for myself. So can you think what need was not being met when I was sitting in that classroom? I was sitting in the classroom thinking, I'm the only one in this classroom that doesn't understand this word. What I was doing was sitting there and asking the teacher, can you help me with this word? I was feeling frustrated and sad, and my physiology was like the air coming out of the balloons and your bubbles just going. So my love and belonging need was not being met as I sat in that classroom, because I didn't feel like I belonged when I felt I was the only person in the class that didn't understand. So when I got creative, and now I'm able to say the word, understand the word, and spell it, I'm feeling happy now, and I feel like I belong again in the classroom like everybody else. So when we do this, we go into a comparing place, and that's when our scales go into an imbalance of frustration. So when this happens, do you all remember when we spoke about quality world pictures? So all our quality world pictures, they would be here and they're in there, but in the real reality world, if we can't match what's in our quality world picture, this is called the perceived world, and if we can't match what's in our quality world picture, we run a frustration and the scales go unbalanced. So sometimes when the two pictures do match, like what we have a hold of it, it's in our reality, and it's also in our quality world picture. The two pictures match and we get a balance of the scales. So the next time you're thinking, I want something in the quality world picture but I can't have it here, now you understand why your scales are getting tilted, and that's when the frustration comes in. For example, even myself this week, looking at all the great videos the women were doing, they all had their pointers. And Nora had the pointers with the yellow, the green, and the red. Kim had her pointer, and then she had a lovely lemon. Iona had our pointer and then our plates. So I went into a comparing place, and I felt the frustration because I had got a pointer and I broke it. Well, my son broke it, but it got broke. So I had to get creative of how I was going to get out of this frustration and show you the 3 different colours. So I went looking for these. These are in the little son that broke the pointer, and I got these in his toy box. So here's the red car of frustration, and here's the place that you go into that's yeah, I don't mind. And then here is the pleasurable stay. When I found this, I was delighted, but then I was even more delighted that they're actually cars, little cars. So now that they have your 4 components, your thinking and your doing, your feeling and that physiology is in your frustration. So when you're in your frustration, you're able to think on what you're doing, how you're feeling, and your physiology. So these cars are now in my quality world picture, because it reminded me of the love that my little son has for the cars, and also how much they helped me today. So my scales are balanced again and I'm feeling pleasurable. So I'll just leave this here now. So for your task today, if you get creative and find something that's red, yellow and green, and if you just have them aside, and if you go into this comparing place during the day, because we can go into this place every day, a load of times a day, but once we're aware of it, we know what's happening. So if you go into this place and you're running a frustration, you get the little add up and go, okay, what am I thinking? What am I doing? I'm feeling frustrating. And how is your physiology doing? Is your bubbles up or is your bubbles down? So that's your task for today. So I'll be back on later on looking for all the thumbs up to know that you've completed your task. Just so I know that you've got creative and you understand the comparing place a little bit better. So I look forward to seeing you later on, and have a lovely day.